Today we're talking about 2 techniques that you can combine to know anything you want into being, and really fast. It doesn't really matter what you have in mind, whether you're manifesting money, health, love. You can achieve that knowing that it's meant for you, that it's yours super fast. And a client of mine, she tried these 2 techniques, and within 30 minutes, she received contact from her SP. Although they were not in contact, he had never contacted her prior to that day, and they have never been in a relationship. These 2 techniques, they are not magical, but they allow you, they help you to achieve the shift that you need to get into the right mindset to achieve your goals. And that's what we are talking about today. But before I get into it, hello everyone. If you're new here, my name is Al. Welcome to my channel. If you're in need of coaching, go to the description box. The information is there. But right now, let's get into today's topic. Before we start talking about the 2 techniques, I would like to elaborate a little bit on the story of my client. And she was like, you have to share this because it's so powerful. It's going to help so many people. So her situation was pretty simple. She had a crush. They had never been together. He didn't even know that she was interested. It was more like a friendship and work related stuff. She was the only person who would contact him. And sometimes he would reply, but he would take some time to do so, a few hours, a day or 2. Other times he would not reply at all. She had created so many stories in her mind about this guy that it was not helping her. It was not suiting her to actually embody the state of the wish fulfilled, okay? She was saying things like, well, he's not interested. He is not interested in relationships. He doesn't have time for relationships because of his work. His priority is not finding love, is not having someone, is work, stuff like that. And I want to take this example to remind you guys of one thing. All of these stories are coming from your self-concept. All of them. Because if you have a self-concept that says, you know, I'm always the priority, people always notice me, even if not at first sight, okay, but they are going to notice me. I know that I'm always first best. I know that I am exactly what guys want or girls want, stuff like that. When you have that self-concept, that story about you, then people can show up with whatever story they want to have. It doesn't really matter because it's like history is divided between before you and after you, okay? It wasn't to this point that they thought that way. But now that they met you, they know you, things are going to change. It's not about them. It's about the person that you are and the value that you bring to their lives. The first technique that I talk to her about is whenever your thought goes to him, bring it back to you and your self-concept. You are in your power. You control the narrative. When that narrative is about you and the effect that you have in the world, you lose your power. You give your power away when the narrative is about them and what they think, what they do, what they want. Okay? If you are there wondering what is going on the other side, you are not in your power. What are they doing? What are they thinking? What is it that they want? When you are thinking that way, you are giving your power away because you are telling a story of separation. You are not embodying your own truth, that you are the cause of your own experiences. You, in a sense, that the beliefs that you have acquired while growing up, your experiences, which became a conviction, are now creating a world that confirm that story, okay? If you're saying a story of separation, you are saying things are random, there are coincidences, there is nothing that I can do in working on myself to shape my experiences in a way that they are desirable. If you are saying that story, you are basically handing the key of your happiness to outside forces. You are saying, I am at someone else's mercy to feel happy, to feel fulfilled, to have the life that I want, to be the person that I want to be, meaning also your self-concept, because then you are saying, it doesn't matter how much I work on myself, the experiences that I'm going to have are always random. It depends on people. So you are going backwards instead of forwards. A loving, healthy relationship or a life of financial freedom starts with you. All of those things starts with your mindset, with you being the person who is able to see the possibilities, the opportunities, who is able to take the plunge. So there are things that you have to develop. For example, for that amazing relationship that you want, you may have to start trusting people. You may have to start feeling confident about who you are in a relationship, your worth, your value, what you bring to the table. Okay. You understanding that you bring a value to someone else's life and that they want you there. Okay, and they would not jeopardize that for anything in the world. Or you developing the communication skills that are going to make conversation something easy, something that flows. To have an open, a vulnerable conversation with that person is going to just be second nature for you. So there are things that you have to work on yourself, finding that security, that grounding in your own assumption, in your own desire. So when your mind goes to them, you bring it back to yourself. You reinforce your self-concept. For example, if you are now wondering, are they maybe missing me, thinking about me? Is this working? Okay. Are they feeling something for me right now? Instead of focusing on that story and tell yourself a story that, I don't know, maybe yes, maybe no, or you go straight to lack, bring it back to yourself. What do you know about yourself? So I would start saying, you know what? I am unforgettable. People fall so easily in love with me because I'm that kind of woman. I am so magnetic that people want to be around me. People want to experience me. People get addicted to my energy and want me in their lives. So I'm not going to worry or wonder about those things. I know who I am. I know that this is the effect that I have in people. When you are bringing it back to you, you are making yourself stronger. You're grounding yourself in your own truth. And you are feeling more confident about manifesting whatever you want. Another issue with her situation was that because of all of these stories that she had created about him in her mind, it was difficult for her to close the gap in imagination between the person that she is now and the life that she has now and the person that she wants to be and the life that she wants to have. It was complicated for her because she was like, it doesn't feel real. It doesn't feel true. It doesn't feel like something that is possible for me because I can't even get him to contact me. He's not interested in relationships. It's not important for him. He has other priorities. If this is your situation, if it's not easy for you to fully immerse yourself in a new situation, a new experience, a new story, then there is something that you can do to achieve that feeling too. If it's difficult for you to disconnect from the 3D, from your current circumstances, then do not focus on imagining it as in the moment right now. Think about you visualizing 1 year from now. You are really comfortable and secure in that relationship. Meaning, within this year, you are going to get into all of the process that you want, like the communication, the dating, the becoming official, the maybe moving in together, stuff like that, okay? So within this 1 year, you don't know when it's going to happen, how it's going to happen, when it's going to start, but you focus on your end. You focus on already being in that relationship. you visualize or you affirm from that situation from 1 year from now. So in a year from now, what is going to be different in your life? Okay. What is it that you think and you feel about the person that you are, about the life that you have? So from a year from now, I am in an amazing, happy and healthy relationship with my person. I am so well treated by them, so loved. I feel so secure in that relationship. We have amazing communication. We are very open and vulnerable, and we are always giving our best to make our relationship amazing. So that's your story. If you're manifesting money, I know that money is always flowing to me. I am very comfortable in buying the things that I want or helping people with the money that I have, because I know I'm always getting much more than the money I spend. I have more than enough money and I'm always making more money. So I'm very comfortable with the situation that I have in my finances. Just to make this very, very clear for you, it doesn't mean that it's going to take 1 year for you to receive your manifestation. It doesn't mean that it's going to take long for you to get that, okay? If you imagine exactly what you want and you don't go for attacks or dates and so on, things are going to unfold before. As with my client, it happened 30 minutes after she started putting this to practice. It happens really fast because it's a shift that happens inside of you. Within 30 minutes, everything started unfolding. And how do we know that? Because something that is completely out of ordinary happened. And then many things that were out of ordinary followed, okay? He contacted her, although he had never contacted her. Then he was replying to her text within minutes. They haven't stopped communicating. And he did not contact her because of work. He was being more flirty. He wanted to know about her life, about what she's doing, how is she doing, stuff like that. It was a completely different kind of conversation. And that you know that something different is unfolding. Something is happening on the other side and you are the cause. Now, what you have to do is to push through. You have to push through. So you are going to become more aware of your thoughts, of the assumptions that you make. You are going to decide to make the conscious decision. I am going to focus on the progress. I am not going to give space to the lack, because where your awareness goes, it is feeding that story. So if you are there saying, yeah, I got this movement, but I am still not in the relationship, you are feeding the story, I am still not in the relationship. So you are going to make it stronger in your life. You are going to see more evidence of it. To change the whole dynamic that you have, you need to make the conscious decision. I am going to focus on that story. I am going to see the movement. I am going to feed that story. All things are changing. Look at how that person is treating me. Look at everything that is happening in my life. If you're manifesting money and you start seeing money coming in, this is what you have to feed, even though it's not the millions. Maybe it's just a few hundreds, okay? This is what you're saying. It's shifting. It's happening. My manifestation has already started unfolding. And now I'm just going to go with the flow. Make it natural for you. Whatever movement you're getting, make it important for you. So that's it from me, guys. Thank you so much for being here. We are going to talk soon. Bye-bye.